Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Blogsy Walker here with a very late reaction. Sorry, I've been busy. I meant to make my predictions today for Arsenal-Liverpool and post them, but I didn't. I predicted 2-1 to the Arsenal, which, as you can clearly see, isn't a thing. So, I don't know what happened. Second half, come out, completely different side from what started the first half. Zubimendi was... might as well not have been there, as well as Martinelli. I mean, eventually we have to accept this fact. I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you're a fan of. Eventually, even if you're a diehard Arsenal fan, you have to accept this fact right here. Martinelli is not and will never be the guy. End of story. I don't care who you are. Everyone seems to be able to accept that, I think, except Mikel Arteta, who is fixated on... I mean, we buy Madueke, we have Trossard, and we just keep putting Martinelli there, who is like the worst. I don't care what the stats say. Somebody said, oh, he's done this and such dribbles or this and that. I don't care. I don't care. He doesn't score. He doesn't assist. He gets the ball stripped from him every time he goes down into that corner. Every time he does the same stupid little foot movement and then gets it stripped from him near the corner where the box starts. Like almost every time. Every time in that little area from the 18-yard box edge to the out of bounds, right in that little box over there, he dribbles it all the way down, and he either puts in a tame pass backwards or tries to dribble it and lose it. Zubimendi, I don't know what the deal was. He was just non-existent defensively, and then gave up the free kick that led to the goal. And you had to have known. I knew when he got the free kick. I just sat back and I go, This is in, and we're going to be able to do nothing about it. I mean, I don't think we should do what every other Arsenal fan or every other football fan right now is going out and making their little memes and push the Let's Blame Gyökeres button. I don't think that's so. I think we were missing Saka. I think he was starting to get back into his groove that he got out of last season due to injury. I think he was really starting to get back in it, and then just went down, and then we had to put Madueke, who, I say mediocre performance from almost everyone. I mean, Yuri and Timber, Saliba sadly was forced off within 4 minutes. I think it was 4 minutes and 30 seconds, I think it was, that I had to see him go off from Mosquera. Mosquera was actually decent. He was actually pretty good. So was, I think Gabriel was as well. David Raya was... Oh, gosh. Just something about his decision-making that's been off lately. David Raya. I mean, insane. I mean, if Hugo Ekitike, I think, hadn't have been offsides, he'd have conceded that goal by not catching it. And I know it's difficult to do the job of a Premier League goalkeeper, but that's what he's paid to do. So... I don't understand Arteta's management tactics. I just don't. I mean, what do? We signed Norgard to have better squad depth, and he ends up getting sick or whatever he was. Injured in training or sick. I don't know what happened, but he's just not in the matchday squad. I mean, Declan Rice probably one of the better players on the squad. Declan Rice, Calafiori, just ridiculous play today. I mean... Let me tell you something. It was like I said before, entirely different team that played the first half than played the second half. It was the difference between Liverpool coming out and battling a ferocious lion and then coming out the second half and beating a kitten to death. That was it. I mean, it was embarrassing. The stats reflected it. You can go take a look. I mean, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to wrap up on that one. Crystal Palace absolutely destroyed Aston Villa. And you want to be if I want to be honest, Crystal Palace are looking scary. Absolutely frightening. I mean, that is the way they've played. They beat the English champions, Manchester City, at the time, current Premier League title holders, to get the FA Cup. Then come pre-season, they beat £400 million spenders, current Premier League champions Liverpool. Beat them. So that is just insane work, and they're starting to look frightening, even without Eze, who's gone to Arsenal. But, I mean, wow. So that about wraps it up. I'm just gonna close out with saying, I think Arteta's pretty much spent it. I mean, it's 3 games in the season, so I'd probably say give him somewhere around 10 or 15 to really show his true colors and see if he's actually changed this season, see if we're going to have a decent run. 10 or 15 games, that sounds decent. Three match weeks isn't enough. I mean, we are the second highest spenders in the Prem. The first highest are Liverpool. So, you have to give credit where credit is due. We sit at 3rd currently. They sit at 1st. They're the current English champions. We're not. So, you have to give credit where credit is due. But I'm not going to say Arteta out yet, even though I've been Arteta out for seasons. I'm saying you got to give him a decent amount into the season to prove that. Now, for me, it was Arteta out season ago. But I'm saying, typical Arsenal fan, I think you'd have to give him about 10 matches into the season to really show whether or not he's got the quality to produce anything. Because, I mean, he's actually had a few seasons where he's purposely gone out of the EFL Cup and he's purposely gone out of the FA Cup just so that he can focus on the league and then not win the league. And that's just not going to do. And then whenever he does try, he ends up, it's too late. I think we had some FA Cup and EFL Cup winning squads. I mean, I honestly think if Crystal Palace could have done it, we could have done it surely in the past 5 seasons, but we haven't. So, I don't know. 1 trophy in 6 years isn't going to do it for a top 6 manager of a club that is all-time record for FA Cups. We've only got 2 English Football League Cups. We got about 13 English top titles. I mean, for a club the caliber of Arsenal, that just, say, 20 years ago, were getting ready, they were like UCL final, Invincible season, FA Cups out the yin-yang. I mean, you've got to do better. And I get that it's difficult being a manager and nobody knows the technical side. But the honest truth is if you can't do it, someone else out there will. So that's all I have to say about that. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Smash a like. Subscribe. And I'll see you next time.